I'm 51 years old, and I want my family back.
This guy look and sound just like DMX.
Please, everyone, welcome Ariana to the show. Oh, stunning!
Oh, yes, she looked great. First of all, that green on green for me was cute. But she looked phenomenal. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know we had a supermodel coming out today. You look gorgeous. You really do. Okay, so I just saw that video for the first time of your father. How do you feel about what?
Ooh, this was like week 1 of this show, by the way. I see the things. Oh my gosh. You know, for me, this is also very personal because this is a young trans woman, a black trans woman that wants support, wants love. And I understand what that's like as a young gay black man growing up that wanted that same support and love from family members who weren't able to give it to me. So I get it. You want to be strong. You want to say that everything's okay, but you also, at the end of the day, want family to support you. And so even though this young woman is being strong and she's like saying, I got this, at the end of the day, we all still want people to acknowledge us and love us who are biological to us. And so it was important for me to try to support her the best I could.
All right, please take a seat for me.
What's going on?
All right, Leighton, so...
He even sounded like DMX sitting down.
So what's your response to what you heard Ariana say?
I mean, it hurts.
Why does it hurt?
Because they're my kid. That's my blood. I mean, I watched them grow up.
It was very sweet to have this father come out immediately and be like, this is my child. I want to make a better relationship. I'm sorry. I love them. You know, sometimes that's all it takes. I would recommend saying don't wear white socks with dress shoes no more. Please. Listen, everybody. Don't wear white socks with dress shoes. I know that's not what we're here to talk about, but listen, we can always get a little cute fashion note.
Do you accept Ariana as your daughter?
Yeah, I do. She could be a dinosaur, whatever. That's my child. That's mine. Yeah, I do.
Can you tell her that?
I done did it already. I accept it.
So you acknowledge me as your daughter, not
Yes.
your son.
Yes. Yes,
You
I
have
do.
2 daughters.
Yes,
not
I do.
one, 2.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the first time you're hearing this?
Yeah. According to my mother, you're still acknowledging me as your son. So, I mean, I don't know what you do behind my back, but why you
So you
saying
don't
this to my
believe it
face?
when he says
I'm not going to say I do, and I'm not going to say I don't. As we sit right here, he said he acknowledges it, so I'm not going to call him a liar. I'm not going to say, no, you don't. Like, he said what he said. Stand on it.
Ariana's little sister, Michaela, is also here, and she sees things very different than her father. Michaela, please come on out.
Hi.
Get a hug. Nice to meet you.
Too.
Yes. All right. So, I see you just walked past your father, so I'm assuming that you don't have a good relationship.
She looked good, though. She was pretty.
There's not really much of a relationship there. I mean, I don't really feel like I have a father.
One of the things I'll tell you now that I do is I don't really give that much separation between guests because I think that it just visually lets people think as if we're not going to be able to have a breakthrough. We're too far apart. So I think for me now, I always like make sure that I keep my couches and my guests together unless it's getting too volatile. Then I'll keep them apart. But for the most part, it's like, come on, come together. We can work through this.
So you don't be calling her Isaiah still?
He claims that he never did that, and he never deleted the prom picture. He never called me Isaiah. He doesn't recall that. So.
I mean, at the beginning, I probably, I mean,
This is the father saying, listen, yes, I made some mistakes in the past, but listen, I've been trying to do better. And so you have to acknowledge growth. I think that's one of the things that we forget is that when people grow, we have to acknowledge the growth, big or small, because he's in a space where he's trying to be there for his kids. They're not seeing him pass for what he did in the past. And he's apologized.
Did you tell your father about your child?
No.
Why?
What would I be telling you for? I just don't feel like that was something that you needed to know. I mean, if you were present, if you were around, yeah, you would have known about it, but...
But I also see these young women's pain. I see their pain. I see that they're hurt from his past actions. And that's why they're like, we can't trust you. And that's what people have to remember. Sometimes as we're on our own growth journey, that sometimes the people we've hurt can't trust us. And it's going to take time for them to rebuild the trust, just as it's taken us time to grow.
All right, joining us now is Bree. She met Leighton when she was a teenager and they got married. She's telling her side of the story with hopes that Leighton will finally listen to her and their daughters. Welcome, everyone. Bree to the show. How are you doing today?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Thanks for coming to the show. Yeah. Please take a seat. So I'm hearing a lot of confusion on Leighton's part. What was your experience?
Leighton just was not there. Whether he was physically in our home, he was not mentally, emotionally available.
What do you want to say to Leighton?
I just want you to own your part in this. It's not, you can't be mad at them. Like, you have to be accountable for your actions or lack of. I just want you to respect Ariana. We just spoke a couple weeks ago when you found out that Michaela was pregnant, and you're saying you have one daughter. That's disrespectful. You have two daughters.
I said it by a mistake. I didn't say it as in, I'm not used to saying it how y'all saying it. I'm
How
not
is
used
it a
to
mistake? She's been Ariana for
I'm not there with
7
them. You there with
years?
them. I'm not there with them.
You tell me and them that you haven't been in their lives because of me. What have I done that has not allowed you to be in their lives?
Do you encourage your daughters to have a relationship with him?
Absolutely. And I tell them all the time, like, they say they don't have a dad, they don't have a father, and I make it perfectly clear to them.
I mean, this father was really trying to do all that he could at this moment. I felt in the moment, like, I wanted to make sure the young women had a chance to express how they feel so they could be heard. But I also saw the father was really trying to say, I'm acknowledging, I'm going to apologize.
I've tried, just not for lack of effort. I have tried, like.
All right, so, Leighton, so I want to hear your perspective because I'm hearing a constant from 3 people. And I'm not trying to say that you're lying, but there's an inconsistency with what you're experiencing and what 3 different people are experiencing. They're all saying they experienced the same thing. You were not there. You were emotionally unavailable. You were physically unavailable. You just were not there, so they don't know you. They don't have a relationship with you.
Listen here, I got it perfectly clear now. I know for sure now. Trust me.
So what do you want to do to rectify that? Because you said you want your family back. Can you look at your family and say, I'm sorry?
I'm sorry and I apologize.
If we're gonna do anything today on this stage, please be for real.
I really actually believe this family is going to be able to heal, and I hope that they actually do open their hearts to let him back in, because I do believe that this is a family that could truly be stronger together. Dad made a lot of mistakes, but he's trying. And I mean, he has 2 young, beautiful daughters, and I just hope that he sees them and loves them and really treats them the way they deserve to be treated. But I also hope that he gets some respect as well.
So what do you want him to say? He just said, I'm sorry and I apologize. What do you want? Tell him.
Me personally, I want you to understand how you made me feel.
If you are going to be in our lives and try to make a relationship, you need to prove your acceptance of Ariana and not be calling her Isaiah and referring to her as your son. And just stop blaming everybody else.
And Bree, what do you need?
To piggyback off of Michaela, I just need you to accept that, or just respect the fact that you have 2 beautiful daughters. Like, you know, for me as a mother, like, I adore her. I have the utmost respect for her, and I just wish everybody would. And I get that it's not for everybody, but that's your child.
For me, it's always about people who usually don't have a voice being able to come on my show and know that their voice will be heard, know that they will be respected, and know that they're not going to ever be treated in a way that's going to make them feel worse than how they feel.
At the end of the day, this is a family that's hurting, but you all have stuck together and bonded and started to heal each other. Leighton, I do believe, honestly, from today, and I will say this, I didn't know anything about you beforehand. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know how you were going to react out here. I truly do believe in my heart of hearts and in my professional opinion that you want to do better and want to be here for your children.
I do.
I truly do believe that. But I believe that it's also very hard for you to hear all of these things and the pain you cause.
Yes, it is. It is.
And it can feel like this is a never-ending cycle where you're always the bad guy. But the truth of the matter is that you won't always be the bad guy if you do one thing. And that's just own anything they say. The thing of the matter is you've already started doing that right now. You've already said, I accept you as my daughter. I'm sorry that I wasn't here for you. I'm sorry that I did this. But what they're telling you is that it's not enough. So what you have to do right now is you have to tell your family that I'm willing to go on the journey of taking however long you all need to heal.
I could be here, I could wait for y'all to give me time. I mean, just forgive me, I apologize. It hurts me and everything, and I know it hurts y'all, and I'm sorry.
I think that's a big step. He clearly is letting y'all know he's not perfect. So if he's saying I'm sorry, you gotta give him a chance to believe it. If he says I accept you, you gotta give him a chance to believe you. And if he does something different, call him out.
Look at how they look. My guests are cute. Listen, anybody who comes on the Karamo show knows to come in a cute outfit because, you know, just because you're dealing with your pain and trying to heal don't mean you can't look good while you're doing it. Hold up. Where are you going? I know you want to watch more Karamo, so click here to subscribe and click here to watch more so we can keep talking and growing, friends. I love you.